The Epic of Gilgamesh is humanity's oldest surviving great work of literature. It's a captivating tale from ancient Mesopotamia, a land nestled between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. Dating back over 4,000 years, it predates Homer's epics by centuries. The Epic of Gilgamesh tells the story of a king's journey. It's a journey filled with adventure, loss, and the search for meaning in life and death. This epic poem speaks to universal human experiences. It explores themes of friendship, loss, and the desire for immortality. Passed down orally for generations, the story was eventually written down on clay tablets. These tablets, discovered in the ruins of ancient libraries, provide a window into a rich and complex civilization. The Epic of Gilgamesh is not just a story, it's a reflection of the hopes, fears, and beliefs of a people who lived millennia ago. To understand the Epic of Gilgamesh, we must first journey back to ancient Mesopotamia. This land between the rivers was a fertile crescent where civilization flourished. The Sumerians, Akkadians, Babylonians, and Assyrians all left their mark on this region. They developed writing, mathematics, astronomy, and sophisticated legal systems. Within these bustling city-states, stories were told and retold, passed down through generations. These tales often featured heroes and gods grappling with fate, morality, and the mysteries of life and death. The Epic of Gilgamesh emerged from this vibrant oral tradition. It reflects the social structures, religious beliefs, and cultural values of its time. Our knowledge of the Epic of Gilgamesh comes from various sources, the most important being the tablets discovered in the ruins of the library of Ashurbanipal in Nineveh. These tablets, dating back to the 7th century BC, contain the most complete version of the epic. However, fragments of the story have been found throughout Mesopotamia, some dating back to the early 2nd millennium BC. These fragmented discoveries highlight the epic's evolution over time. Different versions and adaptations arose, each reflecting the cultural context of its time. The discovery and translation of these tablets have been a landmark achievement. They have opened a window into the literary and cultural world of ancient Mesopotamia, revealing the sophistication of their storytelling and their profound insights into the human condition. At the heart of the epic is Gilgamesh, the legendary king of Uruk. He is described as 2/3 god and 1/3 human, inheriting divine power and human vulnerability. Gilgamesh is a complex and contradictory character. He is a mighty warrior, a wise ruler, and a builder of great walls to protect his city. Yet he is also arrogant, selfish, and prone to using his power for his own pleasure. The epic begins with Gilgamesh as a tyrant, oppressing his people and taking what he wants. His subjects cry out to the gods for help, and the gods respond by creating Enkidu, a wild man destined to challenge Gilgamesh and teach him the meaning of compassion and humility. Section 5, The Wild Man Enkidu, a friend forged in challenge. Enkidu is the antithesis of Gilgamesh. Raised by animals, he is initially a wild and uncivilized man. He lives in harmony with nature, protecting the animals and disrupting the hunter's traps. When he is brought to Uruk, he is a force of nature, a challenge to Gilgamesh's authority and a mirror reflecting the king's own flaws. Their initial encounter is a clash of titans, a wrestling match that shakes the very foundations of Uruk. However, despite their differences, a bond forms between them. They become the closest of friends, embarking on adventures together and learning from each other's strengths and weaknesses. Section 6, Trials and Triumphs, Adventures of Gilgamesh and Enkidu. Once rivals, Gilgamesh and Enkidu embark on a series of daring adventures. They journey to the cedar forest, guarded by the monstrous Humbaba, whom they defeat in a fierce battle. They slay the bull of heaven, sent by the goddess Ishtar as a punishment for Gilgamesh's rejection of her advances. These adventures test their courage, loyalty, and strength, forging an unbreakable bond between them. Through their triumphs, Gilgamesh learns the value of friendship, loyalty, and the importance of using his power for good. However, their victories are short-lived, foreshadowing the tragic turn of events that will forever change Gilgamesh. Section 7, The Shadow of Mortality, Enkidu's Fateful End. Just as Gilgamesh begins to understand the true meaning of friendship and life, tragedy strikes. Enkidu falls ill and dies, a punishment from the gods for slaying the bull of heaven. Enkidu's death shatters Gilgamesh. He is confronted with his own mortality, a concept he had never truly grasped before. The once mighty king is overcome with grief and fear. Enkidu's death serves as a catalyst for Gilgamesh's most significant journey, a quest for immortality. Section 8. The quest for everlasting life, Gilgamesh's desperate search. Driven by his grief and fear of death, Gilgamesh embarks on a perilous quest to find the secret to eternal life. He seeks out Utnapishtim, the only mortal granted immortality by the gods, after surviving a great flood. His journey takes him across treacherous mountains and vast seas, facing trials and tribulations that test his physical and mental limits. He encounters gods, goddesses, and mythical creatures, receiving guidance and warnings along the way. Gilgamesh's quest for immortality is not just a physical journey. It's a journey of self-discovery, forcing him to confront his own mortality and the limits of human existence. Section 9. Echoes of the Flood, a Mesopotamian Deluge. During his quest, Gilgamesh encounters Utnapishtim, who recounts the story of a great flood that devastated the earth. This flood narrative bears striking similarities to the biblical story of Noah's Ark. Utnapishtim, instructed by the gods, builds a vast ark to save himself, his family, and representatives of all living creatures from the deluge. This flood story, embedded within the Epic of Gilgamesh, highlights the enduring power of these ancient narratives. It also reveals the Mesopotamian worldview where gods could be capricious and destructive, and humanity was at the mercy of their whims. Section 10. Legacy of a Masterpiece, Enduring Influence and Modern Relevance. The Epic of Gilgamesh, although thousands of years old, continues to resonate with readers today. Its themes of friendship, loss, the fear of death, and the search for meaning in life are timeless and universal. The epic has influenced countless works of literature, art, and music. Its echoes can be found in Homer's Odyssey, the Bible, and countless other texts. Its themes continue to be explored in modern literature, film, and even video games. The Epic of Gilgamesh is not just an ancient relic, it's a living story that speaks to the deepest parts of our shared humanity. Section 11. Conclusion. Gilgamesh's timeless message. The Epic of Gilgamesh, though born in ancient Mesopotamia, transcends its time and place. It offers profound insights into the human condition, exploring the enduring themes of love, loss, mortality, and the search for meaning in a world full of suffering and uncertainty. Gilgamesh's journey reminds us that true immortality lies not in cheating death, but in the legacy we leave behind through our actions, our creations, and the impact we have on others. The epic's enduring power lies in its ability to connect with readers across cultures and throughout millennia, reminding us that the questions we grapple with today are the same questions that have echoed through humanity since the dawn of civilization.